Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Georgie and I am almost at 24. I'm 28 weeks and 4 days pregnant. Obviously I have pregnancy brain, but today's video is going to be all about my second trimester. I did already do a video about my second trimester, but I was 18 and 19 weeks, and I did want to do an updated one of just a complete recap. If you haven't already watched that video, I will leave the link in the description, but I'm going to touch base on things I talked about in that video as well. So really, you can just keep watching this one. But yeah, if you're interested in anything I just said, keep watching this video.
Look into my eyes and show me your adventures I haven't seen. Taking all the life, it hits the spot. Walking on fantasy. So take me, baby.
So the first thing I did want to touch base on are the symptoms that I mentioned in my previous video. And the first one being nauseous. So this was a symptom I had a lot during the first trimester, but it wasn't that bad. And what I mean by that is it wasn't like, oh, I can't eat this or that, or I'm about to throw up right now. It was basically just this feeling in my throat, a very uncomfortable feeling. And the only way that I could get it to go away would be to eat crackers or drink something. I constantly just had to be eating. I don't know. It's really weird. It's not like a feeling I've ever experienced before, so I'm not sure how to describe it. But yeah. So in my second trimester, I really didn't have that feeling anymore, but it did come and go. I don't experience it every day, but I still have that a little bit here and there. The second thing was sensitive gums. So I didn't even know that this was a pregnancy symptom, but I did notice that when brushing my teeth and stuff that my gums would bleed, and then along with just chewing and stuff like that, I did notice that there was a lot of sensitivity there. And that has kind of gone away. I brush my teeth fine now. It doesn't bother me. I experienced that for maybe the first 4 weeks of my second trimester, but it really hasn't been a big deal. The next symptoms are new symptoms, and these are a little bit harder to deal with. I do have my list here. The first one is tightening in the chest. So my stomach, I know you can't see it right now, but my baby bump is getting big, and with the baby growing, a lot of things are being pushed up and all around in general, but with things being pushed up, it does make it like a tightening in my chest, especially when I lay down to go to sleep, because I sleep on my side and I feel like everything is just so crammed in there. It's just, I don't know, I feel it a lot when I breathe. And at first this was kind of a scary symptom because, you know, the Rona is going around, and I was like, is that what this is? Like, I've never felt this feeling before. It's just, again, very uncomfortable. Doesn't really hurt, but just uncomfortable. And I talked to my doctor about it, and she was like, that's totally normal, you know, you're fine, you don't have any other symptoms, you're good. But it scares me because when I lay down at night, it makes me want to lay on my back, and I know that you're not really supposed to do that, or maybe you're not supposed to, but it's just not recommended. But I kind of have to sleep like halfway on my back and still halfway on my side, and it takes a really long time to get comfortable like that, obviously. The next thing is stretch marks. So I have put lotion on every single day religiously since the day I found out I was pregnant. I don't use anything fancy or special. I use baby lotions and also Jergens, I think is how you say the name of it. It smells amazing. But I have been using lotion and trying to stay moisturized. I don't really have stretch marks as of right now on my stomach or on like my hips or back or anywhere like that. The only place I do have a few of them are TMI, but on my boobs. I was small, like not flat chested, but like small chested before, I guess you could say. And my boobs are getting like pretty big, at least to me they are. Again, TMI, but I do notice that I have stretch marks there, and yeah, it is what it is. It's a part of pregnancy. The third new symptom that I've had is back pain. So like I said, my baby bump is getting bigger, and with moving around and trying to prepare for the baby and just doing everyday things, I have noticed that I'm starting to have back pain in my lower back. I do have scoliosis, and I'm not sure how that plays a part in my stomach getting bigger and like the extra weight gain and stuff, but it does hurt pretty bad at night. And Michael will sometimes massage me. I also use a heating pad just on a low setting for the recommended time. I think it's like 15 or 20 minutes. That seems to help, but again, it's just kind of uncomfortable. And yes, as I mentioned before, the pregnancy brain. So I have said the most ridiculous stuff here lately. Like, my words just don't make sense. I'm thinking about something and I say something completely different. It's awful. Like, Michael and my boss and even like a few of my close friends that I've been around through the quarantine and stuff, it's ridiculous. They just look at me like I'm crazy. I'm trying to think of an example that comes to my mind is that me and Michael were driving to Dothan the other day, and we were in his car, the Impala, and I didn't know what car I was in. Like, we were talking about what was going to happen when we eventually do upgrade to a bigger vehicle like an SUV. As y'all know, the GMC Terrain is my fave. But we were talking about that, and I was speaking about like what we would do with the Impala and the Avalon, and he said something, and I was like, oh, I thought the Avalon was my car. And he's like, it is. And I'm like, well, why are you talking about doing all this stuff to this car? And he's like, because this is the Impala. And I'm like, what? Okay, let's just act like I didn't just say that. It was bad. He thinks I'm dumb, but little does he know that my brain is just not right now. All right, this is the last one, and it is the newest symptom. So like I said, I'm 28 weeks now, and this for me started when I was like the end of my 26th week, literally like within the past week and a half, but ligament pains. So people have been telling me about ligament pains and also Braxton contractions. Sorry if I said that weird. I'm sorry. I'm always sorry. But anyways, so people have been telling me about these ligament pains, and I'm like, no, like I don't have any cramping. I don't have any pains whatsoever, like in that area, but right above my hips and kind of just like my lower stomach altogether. Don't know what started it, but oh my gosh, it's like, it's such a different feeling. So I feel these pains when I'm getting out of bed in the morning, or if I've been sitting for a really long time. If I'm in any position for too long, I start to feel this pain in like my lower stomach area and around my hips. And whoo, it's something. It doesn't usually last for very long, but it's definitely like a cramp feeling that I've never felt in those places before, even like during my period and stuff. And yeah, that's not fun. Lastly, I did just want to talk about my last doctor's appointment. So today is Thursday. I went to the doctor's on Tuesday, and it was just a checkup. I do go to the doctor's every 2 weeks now up until August, and then in August I will go every single week up until baby boy's due date, which is August 24th. I am so excited. 12 weeks left. Like, that's just unreal. I feel like this pregnancy has flown by. But baby does check out good. His heart rate was 150. It's pretty simple. She just measured my stomach. I did have to give blood one more time. I think that's the last time I'll have to give blood for a while. At least I hope so. But that's it. I'm great. The baby's great. And yeah, until next time, y'all stay safe.